Okay, welcome back for more Stationeers. Gonna play a little catch up here because I missed last night's stream, so have to figure out where I am at. Feels like it's been so long. Gotta adjust my headset here. There we go. I can hear now. So I do have it so I can control the pressure. 90. I'm going to take this down. Was 90 when I'm setting that? Actually thinking about taking this down to 80. Not 0. That's a little ridiculous. Oh. I guess 90 is the same. Well, that's good. I don't have to worry about that. So, it is what it is. Okay. So I think, if I remember correctly, don't have much for nitrogen. CO2 is pretty low. Yeah, so essentially CO2 and nitrogen are my lacking things here. Okay, we do have mushrooms out the yin yang, which is good. Eventually I need to get Larry on it. We're seeding, we got potatoes. Pertaters. Did have the traders. I think really I just need to call down a trader that'll take ore and clean out some. Oh yeah, that's right, because of that. The walkway here that's adds an extra atmosphere. Eventually I'm going to have to change this. Whoosh. Alright. Temperature's back down. So all the CO2 that's in that pipe is now no longer pressurized. Essentially we just need more nitrogen and more CO2. Starting with the mushrooms to get some CO2. So that might be my main way of building up for now. Yeah, let's go see if I can call down a trader with the appropriate ores and such. Ores and mores. I do kind of like this battery buffer here. So let's see what we've got. It just doesn't look like there's any. Wait, did I shut off the... Oh, okay. I was misreading that. Nebula Nibbles, that's probably a convenience shop. The Interstellar Innovations are... Okay. 5x5, 90 degrees off contact. So we can... set to pressure-wise, or pressure-wise. Oh, okay, 3,500. That's good enough. I can take it up higher if I really want to, but I don't want to. So if I remember right, I got this transformer over here, limiting the input to 5. Yeah, 5K. So that's a buffer. So I can't can't pull off the main bus more than 5K, so. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's actually worse. Yeah, that's more better. Of course, there's a big window for 90 degrees. So if these don't actually move, then with 3 points, you should be able to tell where they are. "106 degrees from contact," so I even have less energy, even though it's moving faster. So let's go down. And I can always be cheeky and pump more juice through the dish, because it's probably closer to the horizon since it's going. I would have went too far as well. You know what? I'm gonna be cheeky. Filling up the bar. 110. That's even worse. Okay, so it's up. I really need to have a light indicating when the power level's too low or something. I got one full. That's probably the generator battery. Actually pulling. Nope, I'm not exceeding the power. Yeah, eventually I gotta figure that out. Oh yeah, over here. I should bring some stuff up for doing that. Oh, that looks pretty good. Wow. 100 degrees. Perpetually off contact. Let's go straight up. Still can crank some out of the satellite dish if I really need to. Oh, cool. The whole skybox moves. It's a little better. 121. Still not enough. I don't think I can quite... Yeah, 7,500 is the maximum. Can't quite... Wait, it's 7,500, right? And how are you not... 5,000. Huh. I'm kind of confused. Huh. Wow. Running back and forth, running back and forth. think they're actually over that way. That's irritating. 5 minutes. A little bit closer.
Power low.
I need to put a transmitter on the...
Waste tank caution.
Need to put a transmitter, power transmitter on the line out here. Maybe just some lighting. Aha, so close. I think I'm eking closer. That looks much better. Hopefully 4,500 is still enough. Oh, nope. Okay. Let's wait till I actually get them pulled down to decrease the power. So, okay, interrogate that. Okay, so only when we're interrogating does it draw that much power. That's good to know. That is very good to know. That means I could just leave it on maximum power. Do I have the network analyzer? I do. So the satellite dish is pulling 7.5 kilowatts, which is exactly what we're expecting right now. And then that should go to 50 when idle, huh? And let's just say that 750 right there. It's now 750. It's 50. Okay, so it looks like after you interrogate it, it actually resets it. Alright. Okay. So, for now, I'm going to go down to... It's good to know. Don't know if that's by design or by oopsies. Oh, come on down. What's my battery at? 25. That's actually pretty cool looking from the bottom at night. Ah, appliances. Okay. I mean, oh, that's kind of neat. You'll take gold and silver and electronic parts for $1? Okay, that's a little silly. Gold and silver though. I will go ahead and... How much was that? I think it was 61 each. 61, 62. 62. Although with as little silver as I actually have, that may be a little undesirable. get some gold here. Alright, we got some gold. In. Boom, red light. Okay, and open up the silver. Pew! So in that case, it might be a little less than desirable. Power. Transmitter. Oh, I actually want to test that out. That should, after the 90-second sleep time, that should crap that out for me. Unless it doesn't stack. Ah, it does stack. Good. So we're going to find that out. Some of this automation is very nice. Being able to hit the button and let the furnace do its thing. I could actually put that on either its own APC or transformer. Could just do a transformer off the main bus. Okay. Let's light up the silver. Okay. Green light. Bammo. Okay. What does a beacon use? Doesn't really say. I mean, this is on, right? Let's just skip state 1, which I'll have to look at that at some point. Stand in the airlock, turn off the lights, save a little bit of power. I know it works. Got a lot more atmosphere to pull out now. I really should upgrade those or something. Oh, yeah, vending machine. Okay, let's go ahead and load that. Load that. This. I'm going to go ahead and slap this right here. Because that just makes sense to me. There we go. Power button is right there. There we go. My light's on, off. Would you like to take some of my silver and gold? Silver and gold. Not worth a lot, but it's something. And then there's nothing here that I really want. I can just build that. Alright. Thanks for shopping at Marsmart. Stellar Supplies. Wow. Oh, geez. It was bam, instant. Okay. I want to pull up and see. Yeah, it does go down to 50 watts, so it does reset to minimum power. Yeah, okay. Good to know. Good to know. So I'll just leave that on 7500. Okay. Welcome down. Shuttlecraft Enterprise. Alright, tools. Spray cans. Oh, okay. What's the price on that? $6. That's realistically for what you're getting out of it. It's not terrible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, sorry. You're not doing nothing for me. Galactic Gush. Now that sounds like a liquids trader. See how far off the mark it is. $90 degrees from contact. Got half the power. So 90 degrees could be anywhere in the window. So let's start by decreasing the... Actually, you know what? It's a bad spot to be. There's a process to this, and probably if I did the math, I could figure it out. Just wouldn't necessarily say it's simple, but it's kind of simple. Okay, just enough. I got 20 minutes, so just enough. That actually pressurized pretty well. So let's see, nitrogen. Nitrogen's a thing. Ice backpack. Ice backpack is that? Yeah, that'll work. It's got the oxide, which has some nitrogen in it. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the nitrice in. Okay, that is maximum. And then I'm hoping to see very minimal CO2 in here. That's good. Very, very minimal. An extraordinarily high amount of CO2 over here. Okay, so in this case, what's over here is completely breathable. So I would want to inject that basically into my waste gas here. Yeah. And then what's on the other side of this? So I think I want the hot line to essentially be 100% volatile. This is... Oh, this is literally volatile. Okay. Because I'm kind of thinking that's where I want to go with the furnace, and then I can have my. Ooh, I got to think about that. So I got to have a pure tank and then a not so pure tank. Okay, don't really need O2, but what's it gonna hurt? 83 or 89, 92. Must be because I ran out of cable. Oh, it was off. Duh. Okay, so this wants a pollutant tank. And then I don't think there's actually a pollutant valve, because, yeah, I'm not dumping that anywhere. So that works. This should be... yeah, there's really, like, no pollutant in there. CO2... Whoa. Okay. CO2 has... oh, I'm just pulling it in from outside. Okay. Okay. I would need a double one-way valve. So when... what's the atmosphere? Yeah, pollutant. I can actually pull. Theoretically, with just filters, you could pull in enough stuff. Cellar supply. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, I think this is liquids, which I don't have a good way of handling liquids yet. Theoretically, I could just make sure that the liquids have a chance to evaporate, which of course causes cooling, but I don't know if it'll actually take it down. Okay, so consumables, duct tape, filter, plastic sheets and cables. Cool. That one's actually not too shabby, if I do say so myself, which actually I think I already have that very same one written down. Duct tape, two duct tape, 2 filters, 10 plastic sheets, and 10 glass. I do have it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one. Water ice. Okay. What was he offering for that? $1.50 a piece. I don't know if I'm that ambitious. Why am I holding shift like it's going to help me run? volatiles are probably something I really want to get in there. But I definitely don't want that dumping just into the, yeah, I'll have a separate for that. So what else is in this tank? Are they hooked together? No, they are not. So I do need to come up with something for that. So before I steal away all my cooling power, I'm going to want to be able to shove maybe that's where the pollutant comes in handy that I don't really have. I mean, 65% of this is pollutant. At really high temperatures. But I'm going to want to be able to heat that up. Decisions to be made. But let's see. CO2, pumping that in from the outside air. What do I have in here? Just really not that much in the tank. How are we doing? Stress is 2% and climbing because of the nitrogen. Or the nitrous. If I put a little bit of heat into this, it'll help offset the amount of energy that's being lost to the evaporation. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with it for now. I think we can handle that. Let's go make that cardboard box. Cardboard box and duct tape. Cardboard box. 1. Plop. Home row. Plastic sheets. 10. Works. Okay, let's grab this. We want 10 cable coils, which actually I could just... There we go, that's what I needed. 2 duct tape. And 2 carbon dioxide filters. Just plain iron here soon. These digital I'll turn off. I don't know if that'll actually help me, but we'll find out. That wasn't too bad. Okay, depart. Frosty barrels. Oh, sounds like a nice green light. 161 days have passed. I managed not to kill myself with a crate this time. That's, well, I had 2 deaths in my other Mars save. The one was literally walking through an airlock with a crate. Oh, hey. Gosh. Looks like the same darn thing. Oh, food. Okay. I was going to say, do you want the same thing? Cake. No. It's probably flour and sugar, so I need a seed trader. That's what I really need. That's what I really need. But I should have more nitrogen coming into the... Oh, okay, nitrogen's where it wants to be in the ratio. I think. I forget where I actually have the that's my that's just where it is. IC housing. IC housing, IC housing. Okay, that's the furnace housing. This is the cleanup. That's the cleanup. There. Prom board. Import. Blank chip. Brain fart. What was I checking? Oh, yes, the atmospheric control chips. Which yours is actually kind of difficult to get a hold of. Okay, we're going to import. Take a look and see if I have this in a good spot or if it's actually bad. So target pressure is 110. Want 2070. Okay. And then exaggerated 10% for the CO2. So that's what I want. 20, 70, 10. And we're pretty close. Pretty close. So it's CO2 that's holding us up on pressure. So I just basically need to double the CO2. Okay. I might be a little bit more aggressive on the fine press differential. Make that 30. That's what we'll do. Or if we really want, so that'll take it down to 85. Which is actually below where I am right now. So there's 80. You know what? I don't know. It'll be, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Go ahead and grab this chip. Or, you know what I could do is I just print off another chip. And just hot swap them. There, just one's fine. Oh. Hey, I got a chip laying here. I think it's just a filter. So I'm going to export. Getting sick of seeing the same messages about achievements. Okay. Whoa, that was that was funky. All right, we can go in here. No, I'm not going to go in here. Got to remember to write overwrite the new chip. Now we can, quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Okay. Drink some water. Water. Some high quality H2O. Eat some French fries. Actually, wow, still have some left over. Alright, so theoretically the pressure should be dropping in here because this is set to 80. Yeah, 80 in there. Which maybe I really need more vents, but 260 kPa in the waste gas line. Just stress coming down because the nitrogen, or the nitrous. So nitrogen 20%, not even quite 20%. Yeah, but we're getting there. So we should start seeing a little bit more turbulence. Which is good. Hey, how are my shroomies doing here? Seeds, alright. going to take advantage of this. And then, where are we on the mushroom seeds? Okay. Do I want to have, like, 10 plus or just 10? I think 10's enough to get me started. Definitely missed a spot, but there we go. That ought to help. See how many soybean seeds I have. Yeah, I probably should save some of those. Okay, that'll work. Hey, I'm out of power. Guess that means it's time to grab some of that, beautiful clean coal. Which, in this case, is very true, because it came out of the deep miner. It has no gases to off gas, so it is very clean. Beautiful clean coal. That's funny. Quite frankly, I don't care if there's a little bit of contamination here. There. The same atmosphere, essentially. I do need to do something with that. Okay, so give me... You know what? It must not be overflowing. Why is that not open? For one thing. Oh, I do need to check that these are not stuck in a state. That one is. Well, also could be that they're backed up. I mean, I can theoretically throw back the lever back up and go in their back way, but they're plugged up. Need like a silo for each of these things. It's worked out nice, but I need more. More. I need more. At least of the big stuff, like the coal, copper, and iron. I think everything else doesn't matter. Coal has a bypass. Let's see. Iron. Okay, let's do... certainly held up a lot of stuff. figure there'd be more copper. And a little bit of silicon. Uranium. It's kind of a joke. And then the coal. I'll just leave the coal in there, because then it can auto shoot up into the generator, which, by the way, I need to fill up. With what, you ask? Oh, I don't know. Probably the stuff that I left in the cabinet. Ah, jeez. You know, this one. Okay. Eventually I'll figure the power out a little bit more, but I do have the ability to fall back on this. It works. Goes into that one. Okay. I mean, I can throw some more panels up. That's probably not a bad idea, since they're in the room. Maybe that's what I'll do. That'll be my focus. But first, let's check, make sure that I don't have any liquid. Oh, okay, that's actually doing pretty good. Okay, we'll kick that off for... Whoa. Yeah, you don't have a chip. I should wire that up, put a chip in it for dealing with that. And then this one, maybe have some pipe heaters associated with it. Ooh. Hang on. Hang on. Filtration device. Let's just... Can you pull a... Oh. You can pull a name hash off of it. Awesome. Oh, that makes that simple. So... Oh. That simplifies it, and then I don't even have to pull the pins. So I could name the filtration device, let's just say oxygen in this case, and then I could name this oxygen and the valve oxygen and have it just control everything by that. Even have pipe heaters on it, oxygen or whatever, if it needs to be warm. Cool. That's the wrong one. There we go.
Suit damage.
Oh, crap.
Temperature critical.
Got me how that happened. Well. That kind of sucked. Okay, then. I swear I just heard an error sound. Okay, so this I have here is now empty. This is the coal, which that's full, so I can make steel out of some stuff. Another row. Really need to figure out like load balancing. Okay. Alright, so what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Maybe a bag full of volatile ice, which I've got right here. And then a bag full of regular ice. Take this and let's mark it red. Okay. Do that, then I can go out and get some volatile. That's the big thing. Oh, solar panels, that's what I was going to do. That's what I really was going to do. Just throw that down. Be here. Solar panel. We'll just do a regular solar panel. Need gold and copper. I was kind of expecting a little bit more out of that. Guess you could say I need more gold too. So 5 or 6. I did not count the unloads. It was 5. All right, spit it out. Thank you. Hole in one. Speaking of this and that, and I'm actually gonna, well, not take that with me right now because I won't get distracted. So this will give me looks like up to 23 solar panels. I don't need quite that many. Liquid in the pipe. 7% stress because of the pollutant that is liquefied. Guess that's a problem. We could 4,500. Let's. This will be interesting. Okay. Oh wow, those take forever. I might end up with 24. Well, it puts more pressure into this room. See, this one just dumped outside, so that's not a problem. The inside might be an issue. Did I have... Oh, that's right, you dump straight outside. Inside. Yeah, ooh, you are, where's the rest of this go? Yeah, it dumps into the room over here. Okay. You are also going to do the 0 PSI regulator. Put a bunch of air in the system here. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, empty in there, so now we can switch this back to... There we go, we're evaporating the pollutant, getting the pollutant out of here anyway. Sweet. Yeah, probably should have its own little room. That's our mix 70, 20, 10. 70, 20, 10. Still missing carbon dioxide, but we'll get there. You still got pressure. Almost 0. Okay. Set you back up to 4,500. 45,000 rather. And I guess we're gonna have to do the same thing with the greenhouse. Or, well, this system. Let's just cancel. Whatever, doesn't matter. And you, yep, you got the pollutant here too. Whew. You're actually up to pressure though. This... pushing the flow down here. How you guys doing? You guys are doing good. I'm pretty happy with how things are going so far. You can, oh yeah, you will actually if the pollutants get too high. Okay. So this goes to 0. I'll set it back to 45 megapascals. Why are you taking so long? The pressure's up. And I wonder what the pressure's in this pipe. H. That's awkward. Alright, we almost got 1 megapascal in the pipe network here. Okay. Oh no. There's a scary monster. Wait, why do I have radiative? Oh, I must have just got it. Okay, ladler, let's go to 45 megapascals. Good, alright. Immediately fill it up with pollutant. Probably. How are we doing up here? 7 liters. Alright, we're getting a little... Might have to get some water ice here soon. Let's not... Okay, there's 10. Call it after that. Switch over to heavy cables for a while. So I'm not sure if I need that for my. I do need glass sheets though. How many glass sheets do I have? Oh, 34. Yeah, that's enough. Enough regular cables. Heavy cables, I need quite a handful. Don't necessarily want to walk away with that running. Figure something out for that too, actually. If I've got volatiles. Maybe I will use the pollutant as the coolant. Impatient. Want to go trader door. Yep, probably gonna load it up with some pollutant. Eventually I'll get this thing actually up and running. Oh, wow. It's actually quite toasty in here. I mean, big surprise. You know, I could have... Yeah, okay. I got an idea. I could have a chip, so I have a transformer, or a set of transformers that limit the draw, and let, how do I want to do that? I gotta think about that. Don't want to exceed the power capabilities, but, think about that at a later time. These are duals? Yeah, they're just regulars. That. How many of these I actually laid out? How many? What? Oh, wait. Oh. Eh. Alright. Guess it doesn't really matter. Not gonna be dropping too many of these. Guess I could technically drop one more. Here. 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 And here. So go ahead and put the glass sheets up first. Hey, getting hard to navigate in here. At least the nice thing with the checkerboard is you can walk through them. It does provide a little bit of benefit on the power production as well. One short. Well, that's nice. Well, in that case, since it's hot in here, I'm going to bring in a little bit of cool air. Or maybe let out a little bit of hot air. I'm going to real quick. Yeah, I want to basically drain this whole system if I can. Okay. Print off some more of these. Must not have hit my threshold on the sleep timer. Okay, I don't need that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and put some panels up here. Let's look at the air mix. Interesting. Oh, I guess it does make sense that the nitrogen percentage is going up because I'm calculating a target pressure and I'm looking for at value of nitrogen. This should get me where I need to be. Not that important that I waste some stuff. Let me out. Okay, that's reasonable. Still kind of toasty in here. Actually, still very toasty in here. Extra panels in here. So it's in position. I think it's in position. What are we running? 13.5 kilowatts off of all these solar panels. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think actually the cross beams are interfering a little bit. Maybe not. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. My wind, so I can have a, where's the, okay, data port over here. Well, that's an extra 500 apiece. Brain's not necessarily working on it. Liquid CO2, that's impressive. This, I think, needs to be a lot less. Maybe this only needs to be 5 megapascals. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the staircase is actually blocking that. So let's get some. Not that it really needs to be insulated, but let's get some insulated pipe. least you're evaporating. Because of the pressures. Because of the pressures. Okay. I'll set you up there. Okay. Pipe. Hand drill. Buzz buzz. Oh. What is the pressure over here? Oh, it's not even 5 megapascals. Okay. Okay. Alright, so 1 megapascal then? So let's actually reset that try. I just want some pressure to... Okay, good. Alright. Okay, there we go. That's evaporating. We're good. We are good. Crisis averted. Let's see what we've got for traders. Cosmic clouds. That sounds like a gas dealer. Wow, 10% or 10 degrees from contact. Needs 28 watts. 5 kilowatts pointed right at it. Yeah, I just burst into a ball of flame. Gas for less. So that's definitely a gas trader. Of course, my gas stuff doesn't look like it's hooked up. Okay. Oops, you know what? I would totally do that. Because I'm actually looking to use that for my coolant loop. Oh, it's ices. And empty gas canisters, which I think that's a little pricey. But dirty volatiles. That does have carbon dioxide in it. I think I want to go ahead and buy the pollutants. So I guess that means I am getting some stuff hooked up here. Yeah, alright, let's grab the stuff I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna have to lay out a whole bunch of stuff. Couple sheets of glass, plastic. Come on. Glass. Plastic sheets. Off the wall. I'll go ahead and grab the geometric wall while I'm at it. Floor grating, do need that. So let's verify that this actually has a window there. There is a window there. Good. Okay. We are taking the brown pipe. be enough to get over there. 5 pipe sections per, so that's 4. No, I'm gonna need more pipe. Is there anything else that I need? I don't even think I need a yeah, because I got that on the line, so I'm good. Go ahead and start dropping some pipe in. Okay. I can close this now. Do it from the outside. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's do this. Okay. Oop. Jump down into the service way. Geometry wall. Oh, yeah. We're gonna do a straight. Can't tell. Probably backwards to everything else. Of course. How do I... Stupid. Nope, go away. There we go. Sorry about that. Very popular with the bots. Well, I mean, not that popular, but... Okay, so... Alright, that worked. So we're going to pop 2 of these out. Bam, bam. And then we're going to have a grinder. Okay. Right, okay. Geometric wall. What, U. What's that? Floor grading. I want it. Okay, there we go. Wait. Nope, I got that backwards. Shoot. Some wrench. Crowbar. Did forget that I did have it in this block. Okay, there we go. Frames down there. Yeah, okay. Well, a little bit of dirt never hurt. sheet. There we go. What am I? Oh, yeah. Go ahead and drop that here for now. Okay. There's that. And not the wrench. Grinder. Okay, do that. Geometric wall. Okay. Grading. Actually, I'm gonna put a wall up there. Now for the fun part. Get the wall. That's a window. It's plastic first, and then glass. There we go. Kind of forgot what I was doing here. I'm gonna have to crack that open once in a while, or not once in a while. If I throw more stuff through it, which I don't know if I will or not. Yeah, once is good. There we go. Okay, so we're good there. I think I left the pipes running, so I'm gonna have a mess in there when I get there. Alright. Closer. Oh, that's actually... leave a little bit of room down here just in case I want to do some filtration later. Oh, that actually got me right where I needed it to be. Cool. And actually then some, but... go ahead and drop another... Oh. Rotate it. Cool. Coming together. How much floor grading do I have? Okay. I can do that. Just to be consistent. That's all that is. Okay. That would annoy the crap out of me. And then I also did leave space here in the event that I do like loading and unloading. Well, I'm doing unloading obviously, but selling of the gases and stuff. That'll be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, let's turn that off. Okay. All right. What is the capacity of this thing? 82 is the capacity. Turn it on. So, yeah, not a problem. Boom. Okay, and this should be... Okay. Got a fair amount of pollutant in the loop now, as obviously as expected. So if I jog around the other side here, because it's quicker to go through the airlocks. Should start seeing, yep, pollutant in here. Should see this going up. Cool. All right. Awesome. Carbon dioxide. Yeah, that's something I'm actually gonna have to start pulling out of here. I needed a dual one-way valve and a pump. So one way from here into the inlet, and also one way off this vent, so I can pull in if the CO2 is too... Is that going to work? I'd have to suck it in. Okay. Or do I just put that as a inlet? Okay. Just powered vent. Yeah, maybe that's it. Just powered vent. I got everything I want out of him, right? I could theoretically buy some bulk carbon dioxide. 20. How expensive? 150. Yeah, what the heck? That won't be bad. So one thing I want to do is... Okay. You have... Don't necessarily need nitrogen. Could do that. What's cheap? Dirty volatiles. That makes everything hot. Don't necessarily want to deal with that. So the other option would be to get the nitrogen. Which I got a couple bucks. Why not? Why not? That's quite high. Didn't instantly explode, so that's good. It's very good. Didn't instantly explode. Okay, so I've got enough gases. Thank you, sir. Thanks for shopping, Mars Mart. Gas for less. No, I don't have enough time to build the runway up, so I think that's all I'm missing. Yeah, I So actually, all I gotta go do is the perimeter one. And all right. So yeah, I just need runway for the 7x7. Which I won't catch it this round. Probably should consider doing that because I have a 7x7. Why don't I just do that? Let's drop off all this crap. And I have a small pile of pipes. Why are you struggling so hard? Okay. Holy crow. No. Everything up there is 20, so okay. I won't need pipe for a while. I may need shelf. Certainly need a shelf. Okay. Glass. Plastic. Geometric wall, which I'm almost out of. Wall. The grading down here. Frames. There we go. Alright, steel sheets. I think I'm okay with I'll just keep them on my person. Another one. Locker. Frankfurt. Maybe just make a couple of those. This actually take longer to build than I figured they would. Or remember them taking. Beautiful. I want to think about that. Actually, isn't there a medium transformer? Yep. Okay, throwing paper everywhere. And this is okay. Three small kits makes a medium. I don't know if it's worth it, but maybe that's what I'll do. I can make exactly 3 with the iron. 200. Let's do that. Grab the piece of paper I threw on the floor so violently. I need a housing. That much I don't know. And an IC-10, even though I've got a million of them laying on the floor. So... wrong button. All right, clear. So we want. So we're going to need a. Well, first off, let's define the hash for a large battery. Large station battery. Probably should define the small variant as well. Okay. Name hash. Generator. That's generator. All right, so we're also going to need to define hash for a medium transformer.
Hunger caution.
Reversed medium transformer, because my luck, that's the one that'll actually place. Hunger caution. Okay, so we need to deal with that. So the input is going to be. All right. Battery level is going to be R0. And let's see. Alternative output 1. So define. Wow, define. Do 80%. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to do 20,000. I'll bleed this over to the solar one. I'm not going to bleed it over to the wind one just yet. If I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I can isolate the networks. Right? Yeah, because I'd be okay. Yep. All right. Jeez, I got it figured out. Okay, so we're gonna load batch into R15 device hash. Load batch name. Device hash is large battery. Name hash generator. Logic type is going to be charge. Sum. Maximum. got the two. So if we, I need to know both of those. So let's do this. Let's do 12 and 11. So I can do add into R13 is going to be R15 and R14. Add those together. Add R10. It's going to be R11, R12. Just for OCD. So then your, I don't have to use every single, I can reuse some of these, but I don't really care because it's going to be temporary anyway. So now we want the maximum divided by the charge. No, charge divided by the maximum. This will get us our ratio, and I'll do that. So okay, and then set greater than if bat level exceeds max level. So now we're going to set batch by name. Device hash is going to be medium trans name hash generator one medium trans reversed name hash generator on one not one alt output. Okay, so that's the way that's going to work. So in this case, yeah, I'll just set batch name h medium trans and h generator. No, actually, no, I shouldn't. This should be in every loop, just in case somebody tampers with it. So I actually put it up here just so it's separated. And NH generator setting, I believe, is what we're looking for here. So we're going to do that, and that's going to be max output. I don't like how it still says I'm saving. That concerns me a little bit. Already saving. Well, that really concerns me. So we're going to get the charge off the batteries. And we're going to get the maximum off the batteries. And then if the output is greater than the maximum level, then alt output's going to be on, so it's going to turn the transformer itself on. So I can dig it. Let's go ahead and export to the prom board here. Grab that. There's the IC housing. I never did make another IC chip, but that's fine. Okay. This, I need to be up in the other room. Okay. Then after this, I'll go eat and drink. This will let me use the generator to top off the other batteries when they're low. I will need something to prevent me from overloading a wire in the case that I want to do the same thing basically with the wind turbines. So when they're, oh, well, it's almost over anyway. Okay. transformer. Transformer, which we will name generator. Okay, we've got the battery that's named generator. And then this is going to be, oh, this is a data line too. This is problematic. Look at this stupid thing. That's problematic.
Hydration critical.
That is very problematic. I didn't even think about that. I might actually have to use like a logic mirror or something. Because the pipe heaters go off of the batteries that are connected. Technically speaking, I could disconnect the, maybe that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do for now. So we'll disconnect the generator battery from the data network. I'll have to actually contemplate the logistics of this later. This would actually be separate, or nice to have a separate. You cribbing me. Which still doesn't work because I'm also short on for the IC housing. Actually, yeah, I guess it's problematic because that's there. I could do that. Spaghetti. I love spaghetti. So much spaghetti. Okay. So in this case, I can take the AC housing and power from that side, data on that side. That won't work. Drop this in. And then that should work. Alright, let's go have some food and drink and maybe grab some coal to throw in there. Eventually I'm going to put railing in there, so I can't do that. Definitely going to take some offline time to think about that transformer, because I like the idea. But I need to do it in such a way that I don't necessarily contaminate the existing stuff. about the depressurize. Boy, that took a long time. Got some French fries. Some more French fries. Drink some water. Check on the shrooms. Oh, okay. Not quite. I mean, we know which plants are the good plants now. They actually aren't sucking down too much water, which is nice. Very nice. Okay, we've got food, water. Got that. Coal. We want to chuck some coal. Chuck some coal. That theoretically will give me a second battery to charge up with the generator. I don't know why I'm waiting for pressurization or depressurization. Although I notice it's kind of getting wonky. Alright, so you have 4 more. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. That's not the way to the... Well, generator's on that side. That'll work. That'll work. Check this in the generator. Everything should work. I need to print off some more heavy cables because... Yeah. Eventually I'll get rid of this. Well, the solar panel is actually pulling in quite a bit of power. See if I manage to kill myself again with a, or darn near. Busted my face open with a ice earlier. It's glorious. So eventually I'm gonna have to build a suit because I'm darn near broken my helmet completely. So I would like to do the same thing with bleed over off of the wind turbine. I probably have to have something on here checking that I can't so if the generator pushes off into the wind turbine battery, I don't want it overloading during a storm or something silly like that. So this should tell me generators. Okay, that does make it a little bit hard to tell when you're looking at a network analyzer. So number 2 generator is actually the battery, so you can see how much more charge it needs to get up to full. I'm assuming that number 3 generator is the transformer that'll kick on, and then we'll probably see a number similar to 5 megawatts or so. So I think these take 9,600, 9.6 megawatt. So we could say when this gets down to 2 megawatts or 1.5, it should kick on the transformer. Just this where it'd be nice to have more generators too. Right now I'm just kind of feeding off of the deep miners, any excess coal, which I'm purposely not grabbing the coal out of the bin so it'll do it a little bit more sporadic, not all burst at once. Because once that battery's full, the generator's still burning off 20K. So it's a waste of coal. Not like it's a scarce resource by any means, but I still like efficiency, even if efficiency doesn't matter. Just, I guess that's my version of OCD. Hence why I have my printers and stuff turn off and lights and all that fun stuff. Plus, I like automation. It's fun to play with. Okay, so pretty soon here we should see that transformer kick on. There we go. Okay. So it's outputting up to 20. Which I think it's splitting the load right now. I think it's probably 10 and 10. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So theoretically, I can still dump the whole generator into the other battery. Which we should see that actually really soon here. There's actually stuff pulling off of it, so you can see that that number drops occasionally. Not in 20 increments, but... Okay, so now we're blue here, and we are pushing power into the other battery, which we can't see the potential, but we can see that we are dumping our power in there. Cool, so that worked out. Sweet. So that gets me a little bit closer to stuff. So I might put another generator battery on. And figure out how I want to do this ungodly mess. It might literally be a... No, I still got the problem there. Maybe power control? I don't know. I'll have to, I might have to... Because those don't have a secondary connection. Ooh. Well, wait a minute. Large transformer. Does that actually have a... It's a separate data input. So maybe that's actually the... Maybe I do need to use the large, because that does have a separate data input. Yeah, separate data input on the back. So I could turn it on and off without tainting. So maybe that's what I gotta do. I gotta use a large. Neat. I'm still dumping. Still dumping there. Oop, third light. Yep, cool. Awesome. Makes everything happy. Well, I guess I might as well check on this stuff and see how we are doing. So we're still at a decent temperature there, and actually this is doing a pretty good job here. Yeah, you're pulling off like you should. Good. And if I had another pipe, I would just go ahead and so I think that's where it's going to be. Really should write myself a note. Okay, cool. Well, that's working pretty well. That is working pretty well. Possible that if I have these in my hand, I will remember what I'm going to be doing with them. Guess we're going to find out. Although, no, I'm going to be using the brown pipe. Put the brown pipe in the hand. Okay. So, yeah, so if I use large transformers, that's going to solve the issue that I have with the other thing. Yep, that's exactly where I need to go with that. Okay. See if our centrifuges are backed up still. Yep, they certainly are. What are they backed up on? They're probably backed up on iron. Just curious. Oh, yep, backed up into the silo. Okay, so... Oh, I'm going to need another bag for iron. This is where I really need the ore trader that wants the iron. The only other thing that could possibly be backed up then would be the copper. Unless I've got the coal screwed up. Third one. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do have the coal screwed up. Wow. Okay, so I am totally glad that silver's not going to overfill anytime soon. Okay, I guess I constitute this kind of as an emergency. Shoots. Give me shoots. Probably going to make a big mess here. That's exactly what it was. All right. GG. Straight shoot. Window here. I should have more windows in there. Oh, yeah, okay. I just want to do that. Oh, there we go. Now I've got overflow for the coal. Okay, it's open. Okay, and I don't know if I can actually sneak down there to pick up the mess that I made. Maybe from the other side. I got that second power transmitter back there. Ooh, I can almost make it. Well, should be. It's This is just because obviously I've got one. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Too bad I can't just inject that in there. Alright, well, that's good to know. You're fully full. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. Alright. Back in business there. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and throw this transformer out there. Or transmitter. Yeah, the atmospherics are getting a little funky. I'm going to go ahead and put it down here by the nitrous. Okay, that works. Well, I'm already out here, so what the heck? There we go. I will also pop one down here. All right. There we go. That should be a yeah, here's what we're gonna do here. Actually, I could probably just do that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's get rid of this before I do that. Oh, wait. You know what? I just thought about that. I need to do something different for both of these. Okay, so we're going to have volume pump input here. I think that's, yeah, there we go. So I can pressurize the input over here. And then we're going to have a T. I don't actually need to do this realistically. But this will just expedite the filtering for a little bit. Okay. And then boom, boom. this out. Okay, there, we're actually getting some pressure now. I mean, it's 1 megapascal. I should be pulling in a lot more than that. Unless it's just filtering that much that fast. Or is that the whole atmospherics are getting a little funny? Could be it. Yeah, it's going down pretty quick, so. Hard telling. Alright, well, whatever. Good enough. Good enough. Alright. Oh, did I leave that still producing shoots? Good, I did stop. I did stop. That's good. Volume pump. Let's go ahead and use it. Oh. There we go. And is that a passive vent? It is a passive vent, so have a friend. Sweet. Okay, so now that the coal is not backing that up, it's clear, so now just make sure that everybody is not flush. Okay, so you are in an error state. Everybody else is looking good. Okay. Happy about that. Everything's looking real good. Everything is looking real good. Haven't actually had any crap come out of the back, so that's nice. Eventually I get that worked out so I don't have to parkour. Alright, cool. So, I'd say we'd eat, drink, and be merry, but we already ate, we already drank. We can still be merry. But there's certainly some weird things going on. Wait, did I not press cancel depressurize? Cancel the pressurize because I don't really care. Let's go ahead and drop off the helmet, which is almost destroyed, and suit, which is also, yeah, whatever. We'll eat and drink. We'll eat and drink. And be happy with what we've got. If I can find the handle. And how are we doing in here? 7% CO2. That's good. Pressure's coming up. Excellent. Still a little bit of pollutant in here, but that's fine. Because this is idle. It's not above the threshold. But the brown pipe should start taking that out, so that overall that should start going down. But yeah, the oxygen's coming back down, which is good. That's where we want it to be. We actually want a lot more nitrogen. So, but cool. All right. I am happy with that. Alrighty. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.